We are all our brothers and sisters keepers. We are one human family. Whatever our national, cultural, ethnic, economic, social and ideological differences, we must learn the value of solidarity and realize loving our neighbor has global dimensions in an interdependent world. The government has failed in its first and primary duty, which is to protect the life of the citizens and to maintain peace and order. The Philippines has a population of some 81.8 million Filipinos, with an estimated 40% living below the poverty line. Most of the poor do not have access to basic services such as health and education. On top of that, we are currently facing a serious fiscal crisis with an outstanding debt of more than 3 trillion pesos. We are what we are today, a country of poor and powerless people. Every election, politicians seeking votes flock to gatherings and speak before crowds of people. They deliver beautiful speeches that speak of change, of hope. They promise to be different, to work for the people. But more often than not, their promises remain empty promises. Current political parties are used as personal tools of self-seeking politicians rather than as social vehicles of collective interests. There is a crucial need for change. Ordinary citizens who could no longer tolerate the betrayal of public trust by elected public officials, and who realize that unless they themselves decide to do something, band together, and work together, the situation will not get any better. They realize that alone and isolated, their voices are weak. But together, they can make a difference. Thus, a political movement called Kapatiran sa Pangkalahatang Kabutihan was born in August 2002. Kapatiran as a movement believes that before political reform can take place, there must be a conversion of the mind and the heart. That is why the movement's objective is to develop an enlightened, mature, responsible citizenry through character building, values formation, and consistent ethic of life. Kapatiran seeks to educate voters on the relationship of poverty and bad politics, and for voters to realize that the election of good leaders will depend on the kind of voters we have. Kapatiran has drawn up a list of aspirations of the Filipino people waiting for adoption by a political party. To fulfill the political movement's desire to introduce a new kind of politics and to translate into reality a government of the people, for the people, and by the people, a new political party was formed called the Alliance for the Common Good, Ang Kapatiran. A new kind of politics focused more on moral principles than on what is politically expedient, more on the needs of the poor and vulnerable than on the interests of the rich and powerful, more on the pursuit of the common good than on the demands of special interests, more on the culture of life than on the culture of violence. Ang Kapatiran is the answer to the call of our faith to work together, to clean up, and to renew what we have seen as one of the most harmful aspects of our national life, today's kind of politics. Recognized by the Commission on Elections on May 8, 2004, Ang Kapatiran stands on a platform with clear, specific policy objectives, all aimed at enhancing the common good, promoting the politics of virtue, and the politics of duty. The personal commitment of all Ang Kapatiran candidates to support each and every objective in the platform. Ang Kapatiran is the first political party that pursues peace, that is based on love, justice, reconciliation, active nonviolence, and progressive disarmament. Ang Kapatiran is also the first political party that fosters a respect life attitude. Ang Kapatiran seeks to resolve the national problem through education and political action. Ang Kapatiran believes that the most effective way of changing existing political structures and practices is through political action. Political action puts into practice the values and principles embodied by the movement. Our country is at a crucial point. The point which can either make or break us. This is the best time to act. This is the time when we as citizens can truly work together and redefine our lives and our future. Today, Ang Kapatiran is recruiting members who want to actively participate in the renewal of our country. Ang Kapatiran is searching for servant leaders who can serve the country by running for national or local public office. This is our country, our home. No one else will help us but ourselves, and we know we can do it.